alone there. Yeah, short rows and increases. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hi, S. Difficile. Um, nice, nice. Everyone go subscribe to Chris's channel. No, no, no. A quarter of the way through my I chord take two, and it's going so much better. Oh my gosh, Mika, I love that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was too tight. The tension. Ugh, I'm so glad. I mean, that's crazy because last year at Flock, Mika was working on the shawl, capital T, capital S. It's that shawl, yeah. So 1 year later, we're I-cord binding off, or I-cord. Just like m Hi, Matcha. Oh, only 8 more rows, S. That's not that many. You can do it. You've got this. Wait, what stranded color work are you knitting? That I don't think I don't know that I'm familiar. Also, S, I saw something on Ravelry and I said that that's very S. That looks like something S would like, down to the color of the sample. Um, it's gorgeous. Hold please. Should I? I'll post it here and I'll also post it. Oh my gosh, Nicole. Oh. Oh, oops. Oh, I should pop this window out. That's what I normally do. I pop out Chris' window. There we go. Hi, Dracomatic. So is that random lady. That's yeah. Okay, that's hopefully better.
Hello? Yeah, okay, I fixed it. Now my chat can actually hear me. Wow, this is great. Hi, Nicole. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the luck of whatever. Thanks, Gigi, being first. I hope you have a good night. And thanks for telling me you can hear me. um,
Hi, Chris Chat, Mika,
Hello
and
there. Oh my god,
also
is that one of
Chris
the new
Chat.
hype train emotes? It's so cute.
Oh, hello there. Yeah, we've been in a frenzy trying to get it for matcha.
It's
Ooh,
so
yes,
cute.
S. Okay, wait, I see your DM. Okay, and now this time. Oh my gosh. Oh, wait, I think maybe I did see you say you were working on this. Perhaps. That's so pretty. Wow.
Oh, cast with Chris face. That would be pretty fun.
Oh my gosh. That's so pretty. Oh, cast with Chris face. Wait, that would be funny. Like I'm doing the talking, but you're like doing the streaming? I don't
Yeah.
know. I started somewhere and then I fell off along.
And then it just kept going. Yes, okay. We the whole very excited. Oh my god, hi CZ.
Hi, Cece. Yeah, I'm very excited.
Wait, yeah, so should we start or
We could start. Yeah, I mean we're here.
okay. I think you
um
should start with your day before Flock.
Okay, yeah. I mean, so Flock Fiber Festival is like a yarn festival in Seattle. It's put on by La Mercerie, which is a yarn shop in Seattle. I'm not from Seattle. I don't live in Seattle.
I live in Seattle.
And and so I went up with my husband. We arrived on Thursday night. And then Friday, I went out to Bainbridge Island, which is where La Mercerie is, and I went there. And it's so cute. I love Bainbridge. Like it's so oh my gosh, like the ferry is so nice. Like, our ferries are not that it like, I haven't been on the ferry out here probably in a long time. Good night, Mika.
Night,
Sleep well.
Nika.
Oh, I don't mind super low contrast color work. I think it's going to look really subtle and, like, elegant.
Yeah, I also like low contrast.
Yeah, yeah. I'm there. I'm with you, S. But yeah, so the ferry was lovely, like it was so nice. And then Bainbridge itself is just like so cute and like quaint and wonderful. So we got lunch and then we went to La Mercerie. And so like I had one thing I knew I was looking for because La Mercerie has knitting for Olive, and specifically they have the cotton merino, which they just released like a bunch of new colors, I think like a month or two ago,
Yeah, like around
like
summer
very
start.
recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. So um I got 3 different colors of the cotton merino in
Oh,
order
it's so
to make
pretty.
an Amelie tee. So I have 3 balls of each of these colors. So this is dark sea green, this darker one. It doesn't look very green right now because of my lighting. I'm very sorry, but it's very green. This is
Everybody trust
cream.
oat. It's
Trust
green.
me.
Wait, I've also seen it with my own eyes. It's green.
Yeah, true, true, true. This is cream. And then this is dusty artichoke, which is like a lighter green.
A
So it'll
very
be like a
classic.
little, yeah, like a little striped t-shirt with these colors. Um but when I got there, they have like this whole wall of knitting for Olive, and there was like one row that was empty except for like one ball of the cotton merino, and I was like, they're out. Like, of course they're out. Everybody else probably came here and was like, I want to get cotton merino. So I had something else, which I'll show you in a moment. And then I went up to the check stand and I was like, "You're out of cotton merino?" And then the person was like, "Oh no, it's there on the bottom." And I was like, "Oh, thank goodness." So then I was like, "Okay, can you hold my stuff?" And I like went back and I chose the colors and everything. So that was my first purchase. Um Okay, and then my second purchase, I have some things I like already need thoughts and opinions on, from like a project perspective. So I hope you're prepared.
Project planning. Woo!
Yeah, or like project in progress and need thoughts and advice. Um, but so this is the other thing that I got at La Mercerie. So this is a very dark green. It's called Forest Floor. This is Brooklyn Tweed Loft. And it's American Targi, Tarhi, Targi, I guess.
I think I say
Colombian
Targi.
wool, Targi, yeah. Um, and it's like, so I actually was like looking into it more. It's like it feels like if you did gymnastics when you were younger, or like you had access to like a big pit of like foam, like the foam blocks. It feels like foam, sort of. Like it's very lofty. And it's interesting. Like it's a fingering weight single ply. It's not like it's not plied or anything. So it's just kind of this like I don't know. It's like woolen spun, so it's like it's very lofty, which maybe is why the name is like loft. But it's very interesting. So um I actually well, I made a swatch. So actually, my husband chose this yarn and the color because I'm going to make him a little hat, a little beanie.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, you
oh,
really
right. You
cannot see
swatched it.
anything. So I guess I was gonna make the Oslo hat, and then its fingering weight held double. But I guess the Oslo hat is actually light fingering held double. Like
Mm.
that's what both of the suggested yarns are, but Ravelry tells you fingering plus fingering for DK.
Hmm.
So I like swatched on the recommended needle size, and my gauge was like super like I guess looser. Like I had a lot fewer stitches in 4 inches. So then I went down, so the recommended needle size is a US 5, I think, and I went down to a 2.5, or it's a US 4 and I went down to a 2.5 for sure. And I got gauged, but it's very dense.
Mhm.
Like this is not like stretching this way. It does have some stretch this way. So I'm kind of like, I don't know. I like started the hat. Um but it kind of hurts my hands to work on it. So I did calculate like what I would need to, like, at my other gauge,
Mhm.
like what how many stitches I would need to do, and it like works out to be the equivalent of the junior size.
Mhm.
So I think maybe I can make, because this is like the man or the largest size according to the pattern. So I think that I could make the junior size on the recommended needle size, but like with my super loose gauge, and it would be easier on my hands and maybe it would go a little bit better.
Mhm.
But I've never like knit something at a different gauge purposefully to try to get like a different size before, so I'm a little nervous about it. But I might just, it's just like a stockinette hat. So it seems like probably a good thing to try that out on. So
I
yeah,
approve of that decision.
probably rip all this out. It's not, it's like 4 rows of stockinette. But this will be a hat one day. Um
Cute.
But yeah, I wish I could like get you a better like texture shot of this yarn because it is so interesting.
Mhm.
Like, okay, Patrick's in focus. I don't know. Yeah, it's very interesting, very springy, very light. And I think it'll make a good hat. Like the dense fabric, I think will block wind, and it'll be good. Um, okay, and then at lunch, we had run into another group of knitters, and they told me that there was another yarn store on Bainbridge Island, and I was like, "Excuse me?" So on our way back to the ferry, we went to the Lamb and Kid, the beauty YouTuber focus. I mean, that's how you got to do
Gotta block your face.
it. Yeah. Um, so the Lamb and Kid is like a very cool, very different vibe from La Mercerie. But it was very cool. And so they had this whole wall of um their birdie yarn, which you can kind of see the texture.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we
Can you hold
know
like
that
one
I
strand?
I love a fluff.
Yeah.
Um can you eh?
Nice.
You can see the fluff. So this is, oh, I guess I haven't been saying percentages, but this is 79% alpaca, 21% silk, and it's like an Aran weight alpaca fluff. And I saw this and I was like, how am I supposed to not get like 12 colors? Like I love this. So it's very squishy. I'm very
Oh,
excited. Yeah, it's so fuzzy.
cheap
Oh.
viewers. Hmm.
Well, thanks, Saribot. But yeah, it's like very fuzzy, very fluffy, and very good. This color is called Alpine Flannel, and it is again like a green,
It's
like
like
a
a
dark
dark
green.
evergreen
Yeah,
esque.
yeah. So I went for a lot of green on Friday. I guess that's just what I was feeling. But yeah, that's everything I got on Bainbridge. And yeah, it was just really nice. It was such a fun day. I really liked the ferry. Um, Yeah. If I lived in Seattle, I feel like I would be on Bainbridge, like, all the time.
It is a
Like,
really nice place,
it's
and
so
I
nice.
there's like good food there. I feel like every time we go
Yeah.
to Bainbridge, I go to the same restaurant, and I feel like I should try more things.
Yeah. But yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. And then we like
Yay.
went to a brewery. Like I met up with
Yeah,
O,
which was so
and
cool.
we saw some other Twitch friends. That was really
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Got
very
to meet
cute.
Mando for
Oh
the first
yeah, me
time.
too.
That
Me
was
too.
cool. But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was also my first time meeting Lep.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I met Lep and Lerb. They came to California
Mm-hmm.
last year, I
Mm-hmm.
think. And then met Bjorto last year
Mhm.
also in
Yeah.
Seattle for Flock. So, yeah, but yeah, it was really nice. Um, and then yeah, Saturday morning,
Saturday
should
morning,
we
yeah, we can go there.
yeah. Let's go
Today
there.
it's been such a long day, so
I
I'm like,
know.
I'm here, like I'm from like mentally prepared for this, but also I did delay this by like 2 hours, so
Oh, no,
I'm
no,
so
no,
sorry.
you're fine, you're fine,
Wait,
you're
yeah,
fine.
actually, this is like a side
Yeah, can
note,
you
but it's
tell us
knitting
about your hike?
related. Yeah, okay, so I've had a 12-hour day for a hike so far. We left at 9 a.m., which is very late for us, honestly. But it was like raining and storming, so we like were trying to get to the trailhead after the rain.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, it was like so I've driven for like 4 hours today and have hiked for five
Oof,
hours. Like, but we're chilling.
oh my
Oh,
gosh.
there's a flat. But knitting related. Okay, so on our hike, the reason why it took longer was because so there were like a bunch of blueberry bushes, except for apparently they were
Oh,
huckleberries.
okay, okay.
And they were really like sweet. Like we were eating them. And then somebody on the trail was like, "Oh, there's this diner like semi close to
Oh,
here that if you bring them like the berries that you've picked, they'll put it in a milkshake for you." And we were like, "What?" So we
that's
are like
so
trying to scramble
cool.
around finding like what we could use to
Yeah.
like carry these berries. And I was like, "I have my knitting bag."
Oh my gosh.
So I took my because I brought my sock just in case because I wasn't sure like how long we were gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah.
spending at the top and whatever. So I took my sock out and just like threw it into the bag like without any in my hiking bag without any extra bag, and then
Yeah.
we used my knitting bag to put the blueberries, and then eventually once we got to clear someone else's like food Tupperware out of their
Mhm.
food, then we like transferred it over. Um
Mhm.
but yeah, and then so that, was an extra detour of about 2 hours. And then there was also traffic on the way back. So that's
Oh,
why
yeah,
this was
yeah.
delayed. But yeah, basically always bring your knitting on a hike in case you need to pick berries.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, Anyway, we're here
Oh
and
my gosh. Uh
talking about vlog. It's great. Yeah, so Saturday we met at a nearby coffee shop in the morning before flock. It was called Ghost Note Coffee. It's about like a 5-minute walk from the convention center, which flock was happening.
Mhm.
And it was really cute. What did I get? I got like the one non-coffee drink on the menu. So I think it was like a is it like a Earl Grey fog
Like
thing?
a
I don't
tea
even. It was like
latte
some tea latte
situation,
thing that
yeah.
had like some like smoky vibes to it too.
Smoky vibe, smoky
And like got this like apricot jam cookie thing because I was like I didn't have time to eat.
yeah, same.
What did you get?
I had a latte and a biscotti.
Right, very
Yeah,
good.
I love biscotti. They're just like, one of my favorite things.
um, yeah, and so we met Spethy at the Spethy Cakes at the um coffee shop, and then we
Mhm.
all walked, and also my other knitting friend, and then we all walked over to the convention center. So Flock was happening in the Summit Building Convention Center, which is the new building that was built.
It was
Super, super
beautiful.
gorgeous.
Yeah. Oh, good night,
Oh, good
Ass.
night, Ass. Hope you sleep
Sleep
well.
well.
Fix that sleep schedule. I
Yeah,
approve.
it's important.
And yeah, so we got there probably around 9:30. And we had this like group chat with Julia and Sunny as well, who are
Mhm,
other
mhm.
Twitch friends who were meeting up there. And they were like, "We're in line," and we're like, "Oh, we just got here in line." But it was like it's a big building. The line was like
Yeah,
pretty crowded, and we're like, "It's
yeah.
fine. We'll like find them eventually." And so we're just like walking in line a little bit, and then I hear like Chris, and I'm like, "Huh?" And like Julie and Sunny are literally just like around the corner of the line from
Yeah,
us
yeah,
with
like
their
10
spinning
people in
wheels.
front of us. Yeah.
um it's
Uh,
just so funny because both of them were taking like a spinning class, so they
Yeah,
had their spinning wheels in line,
yeah.
which was super fun.
Yeah, that was
um
so funny. I didn't know that at first, like, I didn't know it was, like, a bring your own wheel situation, so just I was like, "Okay, yeah, Julia brought her wheel to pluck." Like, "Okay, cool."
so funny. Hi, Quado.
Yeah, but yeah, so, yeah, we were there, like, lined up, before the doors opened and whatever, and then they opened the doors, we all pre-ordered tickets,
Mhm.
and then we kinda, like, went in, we stopped to take a picture, look at the map, figure out sort of our game plan, and then we had to wait to actually go in.
Yeah.
Like,
They, like,
the
scanned
doors
your
hadn't, like
tickets,
yeah.
and then the actual marketplace was, like, on the 2nd floor, I think, so we, like,
Mhm.
took the escalator up and then, like, waited in line outside the actual marketplace,
Mhm.
and then yeah, and also the first 2 hours of Flock, which started at 10, were masked, so everyone, like, had masks and everything,
Mhm.
um,
Mhm.
yeah, we were just chilling. And
Yeah.
then the doors
Yeah.
open.
Yeah, and then the doors opened, and it was like it wasn't like a frantic mad rush, like, I've
Mm-mm.
definitely been in worse crowds. There were a lot of people, for sure, but I think it wasn't, like, overwhelming. Like,
Not
I
at
didn't
all.
feel like it was like people are too at music festivals when you're like, "I've been too close to people, like, all
Yeah,
day."
yeah.
Like, I didn't have that feeling.
Like, everyone
Um,
was, like, trying to go to the marketplace, but,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
first of all, it was huge, like, there's
It
so
was
much space,
so big, yeah.
um, and then I think we all were trying to, like, be polite, and we're like, "We're in this line," but then the people were like, "Oh, actually, like, there's, like, a bunch of doors, you can just go into the
Yeah,
door,"
yeah.
and we're like, "Okay."
Oh, yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think a lot of people beelined to the merch booth, and then I
Mhm.
think a lot of people probably went to EKF, which is what I did last year,
Yeah,
Explore Knits and
yeah,
Fibers. But
yeah.
I went to Hello Lavender first, which I think you kind of stuck around with me a little bit,
Yeah,
and then you
yeah.
ended up getting stuff from Hello Lavender, right?
I did, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't I did. I could go get them.
up to you.
They're in the living room. Well, I got the same stitch markers you did, so
Oh, perfect.
maybe
Okay,
yeah.
so should we just go in like of order? Attempt
I
to
guess
go in order
so,
of what
yeah,
we did?
chronologically,
Okay.
sort of.
Yeah, so the stitch markers that both Oat and I got were the Hello Lavender like flock exclusive stitch markers. So this was basically like the logo that Flock had. Oh my god, I can't do this with the camera to adjust them, but the logo were these like really cute
Yay.
sheep. Like oh my
Yeah,
god, like literally so cute. And
they're
then
so good.
yeah, like the Flock Fiber Festival written out on this one, and this one's like flowers in the colors. Um, these are so cute. And like I have so many stitch markers from Hello Lavender and like they all are just like so shocking to me. Not shocking, it's just like the way like Rashma and her husband like everything is like handmade out of polymer clay
The
and like
craftsmanship.
painted and just like
Yeah,
so beautiful and I'm like how do they do that? So this was the reason why I
yeah.
went first because I really wanted to get these, but I
Mhm.
don't think they sold out, so I didn't have to
I
go
don't
there
know, yeah.
first.
There was definitely a line though, like, we stood in, like, a not a terrible line, but, like, a line that went out of the booth,
Yeah,
like, to
because the booth was like a smaller
get
booth, like
them.
I think the
Uh-huh.
smallest size booth, so probably 10 by 10.
Yeah,
Um, but I mean, it was fine. Like I didn't really
yeah,
feel cramped or anything like that.
yeah, for
And
sure.
then I picked up one other stitch marker because Rashma from Hello Lavender also made these granny square ones, which were
Oh my
so
gosh,
cute.
cute.
So I had to pick those well, because
Love.
these are very much my colors and they're just cute. Like, I
Yeah,
love
they're
granny
really cute.
squares. Yeah, so that was Hello Lavender. And then
I might
you went to Wild Rose afterwards, I want to say.
oh, I do have one of mine in here.
Oh, nice.
Oh, where's
Oh,
my
cute.
camera?
The flock
I
one.
was using
Yes.
it, yeah, and then I did get another, like, set of 3, um, stitch markers that was, like, a from Hello Lavender. It's like a coffee bean, a donut, and then, like, a little, like, cute, like, tile or something.
Yeah, super
I
cute.
think that this one that I was using on my oh, well, I'm caught on something, but it's this one.
Cute. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A nice little
Yeah.
like watercolory tile.
Yeah, it's very nice. Um, so yeah, I kind of like so I didn't buy anything like yarn-wise for a couple hours until like right before lunch.
Mhm.
'Cause I was kinda, like, on a mission. I had very specific things I was looking for. So, I went to look at, some of the, like, undyed yarn booths. So mainly, I think Skagit Woolworks and then Wild Rose Sheep Farm. Those were, like, the 2. I'm pretty sure those were, like, the only 2, at least from what I saw.
Mhm.
But then again, I've been watching, like, flock vlogs and, like, someone, like, started, like, showing vendor booths, and I was like, "I did not see that booth."
Yeah,
Like,
it
I
was
completely
big.
missed
Actually,
that
I
booth.
think I might still have the map on my phone so I can like actually count
Oh,
how
yeah.
many um aisles there were, but like there were a lot of
Mhm.
aisles.
Yeah, yeah, it was very easy to miss stuff, and I was only there for Saturday also, so,
Right. Also that.
um, yeah. Um, so yeah, that was, like, one of the main things I was looking for was, like, sort of natural, sheepy colored, undyed yarn, and then, I wanted to go to, Sea Change Fibers because 'cause they're,
Mhm.
like, local to me. It's a dyer based in Santa Cruz, and they were at Flock last year, and I missed them, so I, like, really wanted to see their booth. So then that's where I ended up making my first yarn purchase. Actually, no. I went there, I was looking at their yarn, okay, and I was looking for, like, a tweedy, like, yarn for a book club cardigan, by Sari Nordland, and that is, like, either worsted weight or a sport weight and a lace weight held together. So Sea Change had a fingering tweed, and it was only fingering. And so I was, like, talking to the owner, I think, and she was like, "Oh, well, next door, they have a sport weight tweed, and it's the same base, it's just sport weight." And I was like, "You don't say." So I popped over next door. And this is also local to me, actually. This is up further much further north, in Eureka, California. But this is from Tributary Yarn.
Cute.
Um, and it is their Tributary Tweed Sport hand dyed. This is I guess it doesn't oh yeah, the color is Samoa. Um, 89% Shiniko wool, 6% acrylic, 5% rayon. And so it's just this very nice, like it's a very like light neutral brown, like pretty light, like tan even almost, but like yeah, it's very neutral. Maybe even a dark cream, if you will. I don't know. So um this was my first purchase of the day. And then I went back to Sea Change Fibers to try to find a corresponding like mohair that I could hold with this. Um, and they had this one, which
Pretty.
is gorgeous. Like I'm so excited about this. This is so from Sea Change Fibers. Oh, I should put my big cam on. Sorry, I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
Sea Change Fibers. Will it focus? Probably not. Okay. This is their seafoam lace, and this is 53% baby alpaca, 34% silk, and 13% cashmere. So, like, this is luxurious. Like, it's my book club cardigan is going to be so soft, and I'm so excited. So, yeah, I feel like these look very, very good together. Hi, Kuro.
Hi, girl.
Um, I'm, I think this is like neutral enough where it's not going to wash me out, like, it's not going to be too skin tone
Mhm.
colored. I was a little concerned about that, but I think it'll be fine. We'll see, because 'cause I'm expecting this to lighten this up a little bit, even though this is already, like, very light. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but yeah. Oh, this is in the shade Odette, the Surrey.
Oh, wait, cute.
Yeah. So I'm so excited. The other thing is I have 4 skeins of the tweed, which I think is like So like what 400 times 4, like 15 something meters, which is more than the pattern states that you need, but a lot of people with the book club cardigan have run out of yarn. So I was a little concerned about that because I think this one, maybe it was like one of them, it's like the pattern suggests like 1280 probably yards I would have looked at, and then I have like 1380
Mm.
or something. So I don't know. I'm a little nervous about if I'll run out of yarn. But anyways, these were my like first two purchases of the day and they sort of go together and I'm very excited. So that, that's
Cute.
that. Yeah. Do
I
you want
think.
to
Do you want to just keep talking until lunch? Because that's like the break point in my.
Well, after I went, yeah, after that I went to lunch, I think. Did
Oh,
I already
okay.
have other stuff at lunch? I don't think I did.
I don't think so either, or I don't remember at least.
Did I? No, I had my yarn baby at lunch.
Yeah, that's true.
So
That's
I
true.
had
You
our
did.
yeah,
You
okay.
did.
Oh, and I completely skipped over the first thing I bought. Okay. So, okay, pretend I'm showing this before I just showed you the yarn. But it works because this is from Wild Rose Sheep Farm.
Hmm.
And I ended up buying some undyed yarn from Wild Rose Sheep Farm. So,
Right. Yeah. This was like after we. I love how we're like trying to
yeah.
recap what we did, but also talk about what we got because like they're both important anyway.
Yeah. So I saw this and I was like, "Oh my
Oh
gosh."
yeah, it's so
So
cute.
cute. So it's just a little like zippered pouch. Um but I mean it looks like a sheep. It's like hand felted and it's so cute. Like I died when I saw this. I was like, "Oh my god. I need that." So I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for yet actually. Um
Little pouch.
I'll find something. Yeah. Um Okay, and so then I was like looking around Wild Rose Sheep Farm and I was like, I don't know which one I want. And so then I like brought Chris and Christina over and I was like, okay, what do I do? So we were like looking through all the yarn and then I ended up settling on they just had such beautiful yarn. Like, oh my gosh. It's Wild Rose Sheep Farm on Whidbey Island, which is in Washington.
Hmm.
They were the booth that had the sheep,
Oh yeah, there were
which
sheep
was
at Flock,
so
by the way.
cute.
They were so cute. Let
Yeah.
me try to pull up a picture
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was very good. Um, I'll wait for ship.
for the picture. Yes.
Yeah, the all important sheep pick. Oh, uh-oh.
I was like, no one's gonna text me, and then someone texted me.
Of course.
Fine.
Um, so yeah, so I ended up going. I just am like, I wish they had that beautiful like twist, like with the two like natural tones. Remember? Yeah, it was just all of their stuff was beautiful. But I ended up going with. It looks a lot warmer. That's interesting in this light. This very like silvery gray, like this is undyed. The colorway is called Silver Dust because like that's literally the name of the sheep.
So cute.
Yeah, I love it. So let me read you some facts about this. Two ply, mill spun, Wensleydale, Aran. And it's just like it's pretty loosely plied. Um, and it is kind of, I guess you'd maybe call it rustic. Like it's not soft. Like it is soft and squishy, but it's like a little like it's got a little like
It feels woolly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I got 7 skeins of this to make hopefully jacket number 1. We'll see. Maybe some kind of like big chunky overcoat cardigan situation this winter. I hope I get to this winter. But yeah, so the wooliness like doesn't I'm not super sensitive to wool, but like this is probably the most rustic wool I've like encountered in my life. So um yeah, but so that's Wild Rose Farm.
So pretty.
And they gave me a sticker also, which was cute.
So cute.
Yeah,
Love it.
and they have an e-shop opening soon.
Right. I remember that.
Yes, so that's exciting.
Everybody check
Their
out Wild Rose
website,
Sheep Farm.
yeah, wildrosefarmwhidbey.com. So, anyways, very beautiful yarn, very lovely people. Like all the people I talked to in the booth were very nice.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I'm so excited about this. This was like my number one like thing that I was like, I'm gonna get some like really good like undyed sheepy yarn, and I did. And yeah, and then we had lunch.
Yeah. So yeah, to recap a little bit. So we kind of like all met up in line and then we were like, okay, we have different missions, so we're gonna
Yeah,
just go off on our own and then
split
meet
up.
up at lunch. So after Hello Lavender, I think we just like happened to be by the Ray Coco booth because I'm pretty sure that was the next thing that I
Yeah.
bought. And so Ray Coco is a brand and they make like beaded notions, I guess. Like so there's
Mm-hmm.
like earrings, there's necklace, there's bracelets, but they also have like stitch markers, stuff like that. So I didn't know what to get. So I saw Ray Coco at Sacred Sheep Festival last year and I got Granny Square earrings from them.
Mm.
And then I was like, oh, I kind of want fruit earrings. And then I was like, I love fruit, but they're not colors I wear very often.
Oh
So
yeah.
then I didn't want to get those. And then I was just like kind of undecided. But then I saw that they had these fish stitch markers. So that's what I ended up getting.
So
Um,
cute.
so it's just like this beaded
Oh,
fish sardine. Yeah, it's a sardine.
it's a
And then it's just
sardine.
on a paper clip.
So
Little
good.
stitch marker, so cute. So I had to get that. And then afterwards, my main missions of things that I knew I needed to buy and not just like I wanted to look at, were I wanted to get the doodle kit from Pacific Knit Co., the sock kit, and then I needed to go to Super Glow to pick stuff up for Rhea. So those were my two things that I went to, I think basically immediately after, with probably some diverges. Like honestly, we glance at things. Um oh no, why is it so far?
Oh.
I like want my blanket on, but also I need to like get stuff.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
um yeah, so I don't remember which one I did first, so I'll just go ahead and talk about the block doodle kit. Oh my gosh. You all, if like you need to look at Pacific Knit Co. on Instagram. Because they just had, so basically they do these things called like doodle kits or doodle bar or whatever, which are basically just these color work designs that are based off of doodles. And you can make them into like a cowl or even like a color work sweater or socks or anything
So
like
cute.
that. So cute. Last year they had a specific like Seattle one, so it had like a space needle and like orcas and
Mhm,
like
mhm.
coffee cups and stuff like that. Super cute. This year they had a flock one, which was essentially a design of the flock logo sheep. Remember the sheep?
I remember.
um, and I was like, I need this. So cute. And so I got the sock set for it because I don't really have minis in these colors, and
Uh-huh.
these are the
Yeah,
logo colors.
yeah.
So I got the sock set. So it has the main
Yay.
color, which is just like a neutral white cream, and then it has like the like pinky mauve, black, this like peachy color, gray, and like mustardy yellow. This is fairly accurate. And
Yeah.
then it also comes with, oh yeah, here you can see it. I feel like you need the color to like really
Oh my gosh,
see it,
cute.
but yeah. So, and there's also a line for this one too. And I actually
Oh,
like
yeah.
saw us in line because it was right by Wild Rose.
Yeah, yeah.
um, so that was fun. This was definitely on my list. I was like, I knew I was gonna get that. And then this is a skein that I got for Rhea, so they can finish the
So
cardigan from
pretty.
last year. And I knew that I needed to get this. And then also when I was at the Superglow booth, Superglow had a flock exclusive colorway called Frolicking Flock, and I got it on the boucle base to make another boucle socks.
Yes. We
Because
love a
I
boucle sock.
really liked my boucle socks from
Yeah.
last year or earlier this year, but I got the yarn last year. So this is just a 100% superwash merino DK boucle. Cute. So yeah, this was like
Yeah.
really all the yarn I had before lunch and for like a really long time actually. It took me a
Yeah.
long time to make purchases. Um I think the only other thing I definitely like browsed a little bit. I
Mhm.
helped Oat pick out the Wild Rose Farm yarn. I think we checked out Sorella.
Mhm.
And like I knew
Yeah.
Sorella was going to be bringing like some of the new Eras Tour collection colorways and her new base, but I didn't look at the base until Sunday, and let me tell you, it's really nice. And then had like some uh like just like individual skeins from leftovers from past collections that were out, and so I was like really tempted by some
Oh.
of those but didn't end up getting
Yeah.
anything. And then the other like big thing that I like had on my mind that I wanted to get was Chordsmith, which is basically like an
Mhm. Mhm.
I-cord maker to like speed up the I-cord. So I knew like which booths were gonna have a Chordsmith. So Chordsmith is like made by this one creator, the Size Inclusive Collective person. I think their name is Autumn. Um,
Oh.
and then kind of like you can have like wholesale from that to have your branding on a Coresmith. So I knew
Oh,
Spin Cycle is gonna have like a Pride colorway one, and then
so cute.
who are the other brands? I don't remember the other brands, but I specifically wanted to check out Starlight Knitting Society and ZZ Textiles because I
Mhm.
liked the logo and branding that were going to be on theirs. So I did check out their booths, and I did pick up the Spin Cycle mini Cordsmith, um,
Pretty.
which is cute. Not Spin Cycle, Starlight Knitting Society.
Okay.
So it has like the stars. It's blue. It's like a little
Yeah,
sparkly,
yeah.
little shiny. So it's cute. And this is the mini, so the
So
hooks are
cute.
closer together. I bought the other one after lunch, but just for the purpose of showing it now, I did get the ZZ Textiles normal Cordsmith, so you can see, or it's the original, so you can see the
Yeah.
difference in size there with how
Oh,
far apart the hooks are. I have not used them yet, so I'm
okay.
getting there. There will be I-cord on the tank I'm working on.
Yeah, I'm, like, very curious
But
to see
yeah,
how it
very
goes.
excited about these. These were the
Yeah.
other like main things that I was like, I want that. Um, and then yeah, and
Hi,
then it was lunch.
potato.
We met up. Hi,
Yeah,
potato. Um, it was lunch. We
it
met
was
up for
lunch.
lunch. We just ate at the food that they had in the convention, like literally in the ballroom,
Yeah.
and it was very mediocre.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
most of us got the orange chicken, and then I think
yeah,
Spethy got like the tofu one,
yeah,
and rice was a little
yeah,
watery. It was
yeah. It
literally just
was
orange chicken and
very
rice,
sweet orange chicken. Yeah, there were no vegetables.
but it
I
was
think we
food.
all saw that there was, like, a little bowl of green onions, like, behind the glass, and but then the person who was serving us, like, wasn't adding green onions to anything, and I was like, I'd like some green onions.
Yeah.
I would have liked some."
But it got the job done and it was
It did, it
fine.
did, it did.
We got
Yeah.
to chat a little bit and knit, and
Yeah,
then
catch up about everybody's purchases that
yeah,
like,
we
so far.
did take a picture of like one skein or that you bought,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
which
yeah.
was very funny.
Yeah.
Um and yeah, and honestly like like we so the marketplace opened at 10 and I think we ate lunch
Mhm.
around 1. Um,
Yeah,
and I remember these timings
that
more
sounds
because I had a
right.
class at 2. And so
Yeah.
we were still eating, and I was like, shit, like, I want to check out some more booths before my class at 2. So I was like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm gonna like head to IKEA. I wanted to look at IKEA before my class. Didn't buy anything. Um, which spoiler alert, I didn't
That's
buy
a
any IKEA the
crazy,
entire weekend.
crazy turn
So
of events. So
wild.
surprising.
But I
Yeah.
did go to the IKEA booth like 5 times. So
Yeah,
um
yeah.
but yeah, it was really cute. So Explore Knits and Fibers had their farmers market collection preview out.
Yeah.
And this is a collection that's releasing like in September, I think.
Uh-huh.
And like normally with like hand dyed yarn that you buy online, like you can't see the colors in person. So it was really cool that they had the majority of the collection out on all their bases. So you could like see and touch and like feel, not buy at the moment. But that was really cool. And then I really wanted to look at the color Sheepish. I think it's called Sheepish and not Sheepies. And from Explore Knits and Fibers because I was just so tempted by the color like from the last pre-order, and I decided not to get it because I was like, I have too many sweater quantities of EKF colors. I need to
Real.
stop. I need to use it up more. So I didn't buy it, but it was very difficult. Every time I went to the booth, I picked it up, but I didn't get it. And then yeah, and then I went to my class after that. So I took a maker anatomy class, which was taught by the knitting PT.
Oh,
And
cool.
yeah, it was really fun. We basically kind of like went through like different anatomy on our bodies and like kind of how certain like crafting kind of like makes that area like it's a problem area for a lot of people, and like
Mhm.
exercises and stretches to um like help. And I feel like a lot of like the stretches I already kind of knew from like being in like speed running, gaming, like people have wrist issues
Yeah,
all the time. So
hand
like
health.
all like the
Yeah,
exercises and stuff for your wrist specifically were like
yeah.
not new to me. Same with like opening your shoulders and stuff like that. I've done a combination of again like being online gaming and then also like dancing and whatever. But it was still like really cool to kind of like learn exactly why like you would do those things and like how it helps, and then also like seeing someone actually demonstrating it not online is like very useful.
Yeah,
Some
that's
other
true.
Yeah, there were some like nerve slide things that we also learned, which
Oh.
was cool because some people like tend to have pinched nerves, especially
Mm,
when you like sit down a lot.
yeah.
So that was really cool. And then one thing that I like didn't know really is like having like a lot of tension in your neck can actually cause headaches. So a lot
Mhm.
of like the stretches, one of the big ones that's like so easy to do is just a chin tuck. So you just like
Oh.
tuck your chin back a little, and it works your like neck muscles
Oh.
more so to strengthen it, because like when we're like looking down, you want to chin tuck and then look
Uh-huh.
down, so that when you don't do
Oh.
that, like you just have your whole head hanging weight off of your
Whoa.
neck. And so this chin tuck look down will help with that a lot. Um
That's
so
good to know.
that was a nice one. And then yeah, we like got to actually like do things and like get corrections on like what we're doing wrong and whatever. So that was cool.
Wow,
It was really
that's really
nice.
cool.
I had a good
Yeah,
time. I think
yeah.
taking classes is fun. It does cost extra money.
Mhm.
But I had a good time with it. So
Yeah, well, and, like, the knitting PT is, like, she's a licensed PT,
hmm
like, who also knits,
yeah.
so I feel like you're paying, but, like, you're getting, like, a real expert, not just
Yes.
someone who's, like, passionate about stretching
Yeah,
or something.
exactly. Like
Yeah.
an actual expert.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it was really cool. I liked it.
Yeah, that's
And the
so
knitting
fun.
PT is really cool. Definitely for any like crafters. I think she posts a lot of like reels on that. Like she had the chin tuck reel on
Mm.
Instagram, which is why I don't feel bad
Oh,
about
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about
Okay,
here.
okay.
So yeah, it was very good. She has a lot of good resources.
Nice. Well, yeah, so things definitely, like, slowed down. I didn't have any classes, so um when everyone kind of split off to go do their classes, like Spethi and I were just hanging out, and then the crochet inclusivity
Oh
talk
yeah.
started. Yeah, and like this like woman in this like beautiful crochet dress like comes to sit down at our table because we were kind of like at a table on the edge of all the tables, but like closer to like where the panels were happening, because they had classes and they also had panels with like different, I want to say it was like mostly influencers
I
on the
think
panels, but also
yeah.
like experts, authors, like
Yeah.
people who may
Influencers, people
also
in the
have a social
business.
media presence.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dyers,
hmm
probably spinners, like um so we're Spethi and I are like talking to this woman a little bit, and then she's like, "Oh, well, my daughter is like on this panel right now. So we've just been running around preparing, like, I haven't even eaten. So like, will you watch my stuff?" So we like watch her stuff, and then we were talking more when she came back. And her daughter wrote a book about Tunisian crochet. It's like the crochet handbook, or like the something like that. I think I looked it up, or we like saved it. Spethi probably knows. I think they wrote it down or they looked her up on Instagram or something. But That was really cool. Like, it was just kinda like I don't know, it's cool to see, like, the generationalness of, like, knitting and fiber crafts and stuff. Like, I always love, like, I don't know, seeing, like, just people connect over that is, like, really cool. So we were, like, there for a little bit talking to her, and then, I was like, "Okay, well, I have time for, like, one more lap sort of around, see what I miss," and then I, like, was gonna go meet James, and we were gonna w take a nap. I was so tired. Um, so, cause yeah, I was kind of, like, trying not to browse a little bit, like, I had plans, but I was like, "I know if I just sort of wander around, like, I'll see pretty things and I'll wanna buy them," so, was kinda trying to keep my, like, total spending down, and I did a pretty good job. Like, my 2 sweater quantities that I had purchased in the morning, those were both plans, so, like, you know, but so, I think first, Bethy and I came across, a booth that I bought yarn from last year at Flock. Um, and I was kind of like, oh, like I want to, I recognize them. I want to support them again. So the dyer is called
Oh
Pearls
yeah.
Before Wine. Yeah. So I made socks for James last year. The like green ones, if you're familiar with with my knitting. Um, but so this colorway. Oh wow, okay. We've got a lot going on here. It's already kicked up because I started a sock. But this is called Skyrockets in Flight, and I bought it because of the name. Because that's from a song. The song is called Afternoon Delight, and it's an Arrested Development reference. So I don't know that they were specifically referencing Arrested Development with this, but like I am, so I was like, I
That's what
have to buy
matters.
this. Yeah, and it's, like, not really, like, a color not the color, oh, sorry, I should switch I'm very good at switching back
Switching isn't, yeah, we're just dual
my
screen
big
always.
cam. So it's, like, very variegated, like, this is yeah, and so but I bought it for the name, obviously, and then so I found a sock pattern called Afternoon Delight, obviously, um and so this is
Oh my
the
god, you
sock
started? Wait,
pattern.
it looks
Yeah,
so
I
good.
started my sock. So yeah, it's like very variegated. Like the colors, so it's more of a watermelony red. Um, and then the blue is like I guess I would say like a blueberry blue. So like it feels very like 4th of July, like I think Skyrockets in Flight is like referencing like fireworks. So like somewhat, like, patriotic, but it's not, like definitely not, like, red, white, and blue
Mhm.
kinda I don't know. It's like, yeah, the blue is, like, darker, very purpley, and the red is almost pinky, like, watermelon red. So, um, yeah, but so it's like this just kind of basic textured sock, with the twisted rib cuff. And I might okay, so I was like, I've been working on this for like I think I started it on Friday, maybe.
Oh wow.
So it's been like 2 days. And I was kind of like, okay, this yarn is like seeing it knitted up, I was like, yeah, this is very like it's not really my style. It's like very like, I could do probably a really variegated yarn in more, like, my colors, but, like, these are not, like, really, like, my colors. And, like, it could always be a house sock or whatever, and I'm doing it for the meme of the Afternoon Delight sock in this colorway specifically, so, like, I'll probably start the heel soon, like, very soon, and I think that I want to save enough of this yarn so that I can make a pressed flowers sock. Or like
Ooh.
a pair of pressed
Mhm.
flower socks, but yeah, so I'll have, like, this sock like, this pair of socks, the Afternoon Delight, and then hopefully because you only need 150 meters of the contrast color, and I usually, like, when I make a pair of socks with like a hand dyed skein of sock yarn, I have like so much left over. Like I've ended up with like 40 grams like remaining, which
I
is like so
said,
much. Hi Sid. So I think like it could be cute in like either like a light blue or like as the main color, or even like if I did like a light yellow, like, and then it's like very primary color kind of
mhm.
thing. I don't know, that could be cute. So yeah, so hopefully that works out. But so that's why these will probably be a little shorter in the cuff, and then I'll do like I'll try to figure that out. And I haven't decided yet on like an accent color for the heel. Um, Maybe the toe. I don't know, but I do have an idea. Because the other thing that I bought after lunch, hi again, Sid, was another sock set. So we walked by. Oh well, I also okay. It's not the only other thing I bought after lunch, but it's the other yarn I bought after. Um, we like walked by this booth and it was just like the most gorgeous like moody color palette, like very autumnal, very like it was just so good, a lot of like my colors there. And then so we're like looking through, and I was like, I had said, like, we talked about this, we were like, okay, no like just random sock sets, right? Like I'm not just like collecting random sock sets, but this one it's a merino yak silk blend.
Oh,
So the booth is
oh
Plies
yeah.
and Hellhounds. And actually I was watching, I forget who. Um I think it was like a knitter obsessed or something on their podcast. They also bought some yarn from Plies and Hellhounds, and they were asking about like the name of the company. And
Mm.
Hellhounds refers to their corgis. So the owners have corgis.
Oh,
And
that's really
that's what the
cute.
hellhounds are. Yeah. So but yeah, so this is a merino yak silk sock base. This is their nectar base. And then the color, I guess, of the set is Moonwater for Serenity and Embracing Change. And so this is like a very like deep blue. Um and then a gray and like sort of a more orangey contrasty color. So I don't have a plan for this yet, but I'm actually thinking about like winding off 20 grams of the main color and using it
Mm.
for the heel of the
Mhm.
sock.
That's smart.
Um,
Yeah.
because yeah, I like a contrast heel, and then I don't know if I'll do the toe, maybe, but I was thinking maybe a tessellated sock with these. Um,
Ooh.
yeah, like a some kind of mosaic colorwork sock. Like I want something more than just like, oh, this will be my cuff color and this is my heel.
Mhm.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, because this is like it's so soft. Like it's like more squishy, I think, than like just like a merino nylon sock. Like it's like very nice to hold.
Mhm.
So, um yeah, I'm very happy with this purchase. Um so that is all the yarn I got. We also walked by Reiko,
Yeah.
the place you were talking about. And I'm wearing them.
Oh,
Um
I didn't even notice. They're so cute. Oh my god.
yeah.
The granny
But yeah,
square.
I got these little granny square earrings. So they're very cute and they're so kind also. Like I was like standing there. This was like the last pair of like this style. So they have like a larger granny square
Mhm. And it's just
also.
one.
Yeah, but
That's
it's
what I
like
have.
bigger.
Mhm.
And I was like, that's probably a little too big for me. But then I was like, even this is like maybe a little larger. Like I'm not much of a jewelry person. So I was like kind of standing there and Spethi and I were talking and I was like, will I wear these? I don't know. Like and Spethi's like, I just met you this morning. And then the person running the booth was like, oh well, if there are like other colors, like you could, pick out like some from, like, some of the small granny squares, like, from one of the bracelets, and I could, like, put them together tonight for you, and I was like, "No, that's fine, like, that's so nice of
Oh my
you,"
god.
but, like yeah. So, like, they were so nice, and so then I was like, "I think I will buy these, like, I'll wear them." Um, and I've worn them a few times. So, yeah, but I was happy with these, I think they're really cute.
They are very
Um, yeah, so that's everything that I bought
Yeah.
at Flock.
So I went to Flock on Sunday as well. So basically between my class ending, which my class ended at 4-ish. I think it ended a little bit early actually. And then the marketplace closes at 5. So I was like, okay, in this like hour, I think I like left, got like a chai, and I got my other
Mhm,
friend
mhm.
like a coffee or something to like refresh. I came back and then I was like, okay, in this hour I want to browse, and because like I just want to see everything, because at this
Yeah,
point
yeah,
I hadn't been like seeing most of the booths. I like had only gone to booths
yeah.
that I knew.
We, like,
um
kept saying, like, "Oh, let's go around one by one," and then we kept being like, "Oh, let's go here,"
yeah,
and, like,
exactly. So
not going one
I
by one.
wanted to be a little bit more systematic. 1
Uh-huh.
hour was not enough for us to actually like look at every booth, but we were
Yeah.
more systematic. Also, I
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
just referenced my haul photo, and I did forget to mention that I got a flock sticker from merch. My friend waited in line, and when she was in line, the like totes sold out, so I was like, okay, not getting a tote, that's fine. Though apparently they're doing a pre-order for it, or not a pre-order, like a
Oh, like a
another extra
thing.
order. Yeah, which
Uh,
I'll decide if I want
I
one or not. The totes are really nice. Oh my gosh.
yeah. Oh, hi, Raiders.
Hi Raiders.
Cal the Wiz, welcome in. Hi,
Welcome
everybody.
in.
Obviously a scam. Welcome in.
Yeah.
What a username. How's it going? I'm Oat. I use she, her pronouns. Um, I hope you had a good stream, Cal. How was Death's Door? Oh my gosh.
Just door? Oh,
We love
oh
Death's
my
Door
gosh.
around here. Oh, I'm here with my friend Chris.
Hi, I'm Chris.
Chris.
We
Um,
are recapping last weekend when we went to this fiber festival in Seattle.
yeah,
Um, yeah, very fun. But we both love Death's Door.
yeah,
Great game.
true.
Oh, you're
We're
learning to
learning
speed.
the
Which
speed
one? Any
run.
percent, I
Whoa.
assume. No major glitches, I assume. Or no, glitch reduce. No, what is it called? Not. It's not glitch. Is it? It's not glitchless. It's
Unrestricted?
restricted. It's restricted. It's
Restricted.
unrestricted versus restricted. That's what it's called.
Okay, okay, okay.
Um, yeah, which speed run? That's so fun. I recently did 5 shinies for
Ooh,
our friend
speed
Quacksilver's
chest.
like speed just event where she was raising money for the Trevor Project. Um,
Mhm.
but I have
Was
run
it
any percent in the
Trans
past.
Lifeline?
No,
I thought it
it
was the
was
Trevor
Trevor's
project.
project for speed just. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
any percent restricted. It's long. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
definitely a
it is a
lot.
long speed run.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well,
Um,
cool.
yeah, I hope that's going well.
Yeah, thanks for the raid. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
the Keck W trap. Yeah.
Yeah, so I
We
got a
were talking about,
sticker,
yeah, sticker, merch,
and I
tote
was going
bag.
through. So after that is when I picked up the Portsmouth from ZZ Textile, and I felt bad because like they didn't have any of the original ones out yet. Because like the first time I went to the booth to like scope
Oh.
out the Portsmouth, I only saw one size because I think I hadn't quite realized what the two looked like. And then I went back and I realized that they did have minis and originals, and I was like, oh, but no originals are out. So I asked, and
Oh.
they were like, oh yeah, we have some stock in the back. So they went and got it for me,
Nice.
which was like nice.
Yeah, no worries, Cal.
Yes,
Thanks for the raid.
thanks for the raid. Hope you have a good post stream, whatever you
Yeah,
need to
yeah.
do. So yeah, I was super excited to use these. And then we were just kind of like walking around, and um what are the notable things? Oh yeah, so one thing that I definitely wanted to check out was I wanted to feel the Dub DK base at Treehouse Knits,
Mm.
because I've heard it's really soft, and it is really soft. But I wasn't in love with any of the colorways that they had at Flock.
Mhm.
Because specifically, I was looking for a neutral variegated sweater quantity.
Yeah.
And I just like couldn't really find something that I wanted. I want it to be like kind of light, kind of cool toned, but I didn't want it to be like medium tone where it would be like too close to my skin tone, which I did find
Yeah.
at Porter Woolco. And then I didn't want it to be sheepish from EKF because I have too much EKF. Um,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
besides that, I didn't really find anything that I really loved. So I did not get my neutral variegated sweater quantity, but I was also on the lookout just for like new bases that I've never tried or touched. And so I ran across Red Stag Fiber Company, who I've never heard of before, but apparently they're based in
Mhm.
Texas, which is so funny because their
Oh,
colorways are like very like inspired by England and like I don't know. I have like very like
okay.
vibe,
Yeah.
yeah, like not Texas vibes, but apparently they're based in Texas.
Okay.
And they had this gorgeous like Polworth mash and blend. I think it's
Ooh.
75/25, and me and my other knitting friend were like sitting there for ages because we were like, this is so gorgeous, but we like I couldn't decide between getting like a black, and it was like
Yeah.
an off black, like kind of gray, slightly like tonal, because I believe
Mm.
everything's hand dyed, or a
Ooh.
purple. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna decide and just come back tomorrow because I have tomorrow. It'll be fine. So I like really like decided and contemplated on that. And then I checked out some other aisles. I was like really contemplating a Black Pearl Magic bag, because
They had good
I
bags.
yeah, really cute bags, and I don't need a new project bag, but I also am not overwhelmed with project bags, and I do tend to have to move my projects a lot when I want
Yeah.
to use. So I don't have enough for how many projects. Anyway, I definitely could use a new project bag, especially a bigger one because I don't have a big one. But I didn't get it on Saturday or Sunday. Actually, I went back to the booth on Sunday. But what I did I went to Sea Change Fibers as well because I did see them last year at Flock, but I just like didn't get anything because by the time I went to the booth, I just had bought so much stuff already that I was like, I can't get anything here. And I think
Yeah.
like I don't know, maybe my tastes have changed, but I didn't remember loving some of their colors last year. Um, so maybe this year I just liked more colors because I bought way more stuff. Um, but I got this skein.
So pretty.
So
Ah,
sea change fibers, and even when you look up close, you can see the kind of like slubby nature of it. So this is
yeah.
the Bayshore fingering base. It is 550 yards for 100 grams. 25% merino slash rambouillet and 75% cotton. And it just feels so nice, and it's in the color Puget Sound. And this was the single skein left. And I assume that Puget Sound was a special colorway for Flock because they
Mhm.
are based in California and Puget Sound is in Washington.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
surrounds Seattle. And it was the last game left, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need it because I love cotton. I think I discovered this summer that I really like working with cotton, at least like nice
Yeah.
cotton.
Yeah.
Um, and so I really wanted to try this because it's 75% cotton, 25% merino. I feel like a lot of times you find 50/50, or like
50,
the knitting for olive cotton merino I think is 70/30, but it's not it's different because this is hand dyed. And so
yeah. Seventy
my
thirty.
yeah.
Yeah.
So my original thought was to make an oolong tank with this by Amy Scher, but I might make something else, and I feel like no, it's not that one. um I feel like I had a thought about it at Flock, and now I can't remember what the thought was because I think basically with the oolong tank, I think I want something super drapey, and I
Mm,
believe that the cotton won't make this as drapey as like I
okay.
would prefer because the oolong tank has this
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
lace panel down the front. So I might do something else, but it definitely will be a tank since I have one skein of it. We'll figure it out. Maybe I'll remember what I was thinking, but um, the
Hmm.
other tank that I remember having was like the sea glass tank by the person who does the saltier tea, Samantha Guerin, I think. Um, and she has like a sea glass tank, but I believe that needs more than this. So I don't know what this will be, but it'll be a tank
Inter
and it'll be great. And I'm very
some
excited
kind
about
of
it.
tank.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so nice.
So nice. And
Yeah.
while I was there, I was also checking out some of their other bases and kind of going back and forth because I basically found, and I was kind of deciding between like three different, like, more summery blends that were all purple. And spoiler alert, all the yarn I bought on Sunday was purple.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, but
Crazy.
Sea Change Fibers had like a, I don't even remember the blend of it right now. That's so funny. I'm gonna cheat. It's silk linen and like merino. And then another booth
Mm-hmm.
had the same as silk linen merino in like a darker purple. And then
Mm.
the booth next to the Tribunal yarns, I think, because it was the booth next to Sea Change.
Mhm.
Um, and then Little Fiber Co. had a 100% mulberry silk in like a very bright, punchy primary purple. Not primary, but like bright purple.
Yeah.
And so I was like deciding between all of those as well. Um, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait till Sunday, figure it out, and then yeah, and we kind of were like, okay, it's time to go because the marketplace is closed, and then we all re-met up, reconvened after the marketplace closed, and went to Dozone for dinner, and it was great and
It
very
was so
lovely.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very nice.
And very yummy. But they
Yeah.
didn't have pork xiaolongbao, which I was so sad about.
Yeah.
So we only got the pork and crab and the chicken, and
Mhm.
they were not
Which
as
were
good.
good.
They were
But,
good, but
yeah, I
I
guess
like
I've
pork
never
better.
had the yeah. I've never had those specific ones
Mm-hmm.
from there, but, like, I've had those
Yeah,
other, other places.
yeah. But it's fun because Dozone is very close to the convention center, so there were a ton
Yeah.
of knitters there as well. I
Yeah.
wonder if the Dozone people were like, huh? Like, what's
What's
happening?
going on? Yeah.
Which is really funny. But yeah, it
Yeah.
was nice just like actually getting to talk with everyone. We all showed off what yarn we got, had lots of good conversations,
Yeah.
decompressing from the day.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, dinner was a lot of fun. Yeah. I mean, James also got to, like, meet
Oh
everybody
yeah,
for
James
the
joined us
first
for dinner
time.
too.
Yeah, which was funny. I always am like, I kept saying to people, like, he was such a good sport all weekend, and, like, he was, like, he really was. I feel like I dragged him all around Seattle and to a bunch of yarn shops and with my knitting friends, and yeah, it was great. Dinner was fun. Um, so I think, um yeah, it was cool. Cause Julia used to live, like, near me, and now she's in Seattle, so it
hmm
was cool to see her again.
hmm
Um, and then meet Natalie or sorry, meet Sunny and Svethy, um, in person because we only know them from, like, Discord
hmm
and things, so that was really cool, yeah, to, like, sort of bring that into real life and just, like, have fun and eat dumplings
Yes.
and
Yummy,
everything.
yummy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we went home and decompressed. Yeah, do you want to talk about what you did on Sunday?
Sure. So yeah, on Sunday, we had made plans to go up to, like, South Lake Union area. And then the streetcar that goes up there was, like, decommissioned on that day for some reason. So, we were kind of like, huh. And we could have taken a bus, but I was kind of like, I don't really want to, like, you know, kind of I don't know. I just was sort of like, what if we just, like, stay closer to, like, our hotel, which was, like, Cap Hill area. So that's what we ended up doing. And then Marcy was actually able to come meet us. So Marcy didn't meet us till, like, lunch, but so we were in Cal Anderson Park, and, like, walking around, and then there was a farmer's market going on. There was, like, a community garage sale happening in the park. So like it was cool just to walk around. And then we went to Cafe Argento, which was like so cute and like everything was like so good also. Like I had a bagel, an Asiago bagel
Oh,
with cream cheese,
yum.
but they do it loaded, which means they add their like house-made garlic olive oil to it and oh my it was so good. Like yeah, I'm like ruined for bagels cuz like it just like it was so good. And then we we kind of just hung out there for a little bit. I was knitting and then James was like he has like a puzzle book he's been working through.
Aw,
So we were just like hanging out and then we went to meet Marcy. We were trying to get brunch at Glow's. Um
I've never heard of it.
okay. It's very popular, I
Okay.
guess, because the wait was like an hour and 45 for
Ooh.
3 people, and we were like, okay." So, we ended up going to, like, a taco place, like, a little bit away from the park, which was good, and then, we kinda just walked around. We ended up taking the light rail over to, like, the Space Needle area, and we were, like, hanging out there, walking around. We, like, sat and talked for a while and caught up with Marcy. So, it was pretty chill, and then Marcy left at, like, 2, I think she had to go, and then we, like our flight wasn't till,
8?
8:30, but yeah, like, something crazy, and then we had checked out of the hotel at noon. So, we were kinda just like, like, what do we do?" So, we walked around the Space Needle a little bit more, and then we, like, Ubered back to the hotel. And then we just kinda hung out in the lobby a little bit. And actually the hotel we stayed at, the Baroness, is, like, sort of a vintage hotel, like, it's all, like, art deco, which is, like I really love, like, that style, and, like, they have a lot of, like, the original architecture. They still have I mean, it seems like the original elevator. It's, like, one of those very old elevators, and yeah, so it was pretty. There's no air conditioning, but, like which you can get away with that in Seattle, but,
Mhm.
it might have been nice to have air conditioning. Um, and then I think we just hung out there, and then eventually we, like, got all our stuff together and headed to Lil Woody's,
Yeah.
like a burger spot, which is near the convention center, and then we had dinner, and then Chris and Spethy stopped by to, like, say bye and, talk about yarn from day 2 that they got. So yeah, that was cool, and then we walked to the light rail to the airport, waited in the airport. Our flight was, like, delayed, and then, eventually we made it home. So yeah, Sunday was, like, pretty chill, but I think it was our, like, sort of touristy thing that we were gonna do, like, didn't really work out, so then we kinda just hung out. But which yeah, it was fun. It was very fun and nice. Um, so
Yeah, it
that
was a
was
nice day.
Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah. And so my Sunday, I went back to Flock because we had weekend passes and we were like, okay, today we are actually going to zigzag through and look at every single
Oh,
booth.
I might turn off my air
Oh, yeah,
conditioning
no
quickly,
worries.
actually. Ugh, okay. Ah,
Yeah, so we started on the end, and also, by the way, I did count. There were 6 columns of vendors, and so like, or sorry, 12 columns of vendors and like 6 aisles. So it was very large. Oh my gosh, hi
very large.
Gage. That's
Hi, Gage.
okay.
That is okay.
That's okay. Knitting is time and investment,
Yeah.
but also socks are fun.
Socks are fun.
Yeah, and a classic. I forgot to talk about something that I bought on Saturday, but it was this felted wool stain stick from Herd Supply Co. I have used it, so that's why it's not here. But it
Oh,
was basically
yeah.
like a coconut oil soap that's like in a felted stick. So
Oh,
you can
okay.
actually like hold it to
That's cool.
use. So I did use it on like a little dye stain that I got on my white linen shirt from like washing it with other colors because I wasn't careful about it. I don't
Mhm.
think it fully got it out, but I think it
Mhm.
did like make it the stain not as bad. So
Yeah.
cool.
Okay.
So yeah, I got that as like a chill purchase. But yeah, so we were actually walking through all of the aisles, and even so, there were some booths that I was like, I need to come back to. One of them being Miss Babs.
Mhm.
So Miss Babs had I think it was a silk linen blend.
Ooh.
And I don't remember, I think it was like more silk than linen, so maybe like 70-30 or something like that.
Oh, that's interesting.
And yeah, and I really, really liked it, but I just like looking at the colors, I was just like,
Yeah.
nothing. I like there was not a color that I like really wanted in my wardrobe at the moment that
Mm.
I didn't already
Mhm.
have yarn for. Like I think I was telling, oh, I was like, I need to get like emerald green or something if I get another plant blend. um, and they did not have emerald green.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
I skipped that. They also had this base. It's like a mostly merino base with a touch of silk, maybe like 20% silk. And my knitting friend, she was wearing a Tombow tee in that
Mhm.
base. So she really wanted to get more of it because she really liked it. But I ended up not getting that. I don't think she actually got it either. I don't remember 100%. Maybe she did. And then Miss Mavs also had a base that was like kind of like a sock base, but I think it was like 80% merino, 10% nylon, 10% tencel. And I was also considering that,
Oh.
but I feel like it didn't feel that different in my hand to like just a merino nylon base.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I feel like like I don't really understand the purpose of the tencel, and I was like, okay, whatever, it's fine. I'm not gonna get it.
Mm.
I did have to like do a second trip to like actually decide,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah, I did not end up getting it. And then yeah, so we were like going through zigzagging all the aisles. I don't remember like what order I purchased things in, but we did end up stopping by the Fiber and Flame studio, which like so some of the vendors like faced a different direction. Most of them faced like an aisle, like in
Yeah.
a column, but then some of them faced like each other, like if the other booths
Yeah.
were facing this way, some of them faced perpendicularly, which was kind of odd.
Yeah.
Fiber and Flame and Pacific Knitco were one of those,
Uh-huh.
and they were facing each other. But
Yeah,
so
they were like the end cap
yeah, it
sort of
was like kind
thing.
of
Yeah.
odd. But Fiber and Flame, they basically do a lot of like glass things, notions. So they have a bunch of
Uh-huh.
like glass stitch markers and other things that are glass, including cable noodles, which is what I ended up buying.
Mm.
I got a sock cable needle. Um
Cute.
and I got it in a really like cute glass color that kind of like changes when you like rotate it and
Oh,
whatnot.
yeah.
And like I have a lot of cable needles and I haven't learned how to cable without a cable needle yet.
Mm.
But I
It's
don't have a sock size
intimidating.
one. And this has so far been my favorite type of cable needle, the one that are U shape. Because you can like slip the stitches on using the shorter end and then hook it like this so you don't actually it doesn't like slip or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
They're sturdy, and then you can turn it this way to knit it off of the longer end,
Oh,
which I like
that's
a lot.
nice.
So bought this. It was super cute. And then the other like not notion esque thing or non yarn thing that I got was this wool mist from Skagit Woolen Works. I think both Skagit Woolen Works and Porter Wool Co. have these types of like mists,
Mhm.
which have like rosemary. This one has rosemary, lavender, and cedar essential oils that you can like spray on dryer balls to scent your laundry, or you can like um spray it on your pillow, apparently for soothing
Mhm.
rest. I don't think I will do that, but maybe I will when I'm about to wash my pillow because maybe I'll do it
Yeah.
tonight because like I'm dirty. My hair is dirty and I need to wash my pillow anyway. So yeah, and then also you can like spray it on your yarn and fiber and stuff. Because
Mm,
like I think
mhm.
like the lavender and cedar and I guess rosemary should like keep the pests away supposedly. And it smells good. So I got
Yeah.
that. I think Julia also picked up one of the sprays too, and I was like, ooh, that's cool. So got that. And
Influence.
then yeah, definitely like checked out more booths and like zigzagged through. But I did decide on my purchases. Again, I don't remember which order
Yeah.
I talked about this in, but that's okay. Um, not talked about it, but bought it. But yeah, so I
Yeah.
did end up going back to Sea Change Fibers because this is something that I did. Actually, both of these next two that I'm talking about, I did decide Saturday night that I was gonna get.
Mhm.
So like I mentioned before, I was like debating between these multiple purple plant forward blends. And I
Mhm.
did ultimately decide to get the Sea Change Fibers one in purple.
So pretty.
So yeah, this is Shoreline Sport. It's 325 yards for 100 grams, 50% merino slash rambouillet, which I don't really know what that means. Like, I guess it's just a blend, I
Yeah.
guess. And then 25% silk, 25% linen. So very excited about this. I originally, oh yeah, and the colorway is called lupine. I think that's how
Lupin,
you,
I think.
right? Like the flower. It's,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. um, yeah, so my original plan getting the sport was I was gonna make a tea with it. I was thinking
Mhm.
either the poppy tea by
Cute.
Petite
Cute,
Knit or
cute.
the vine tea by I don't remember her name. Oh,
A vine tea.
Athena Liu. I think
Okay.
it definitely is
Oh,
an A name, and I think
yeah.
her last name is Liu, and she
Wait,
has a
she has a
podcast. Yeah.
podcast? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um.
Oh, I didn't know she designed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really cute, and I
Yeah, I've
think
seen
some
her
of
podcast.
her designs are actually free, but I'm not
Oh,
sure if all
okay,
of them
that's
are.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah, she has a podcast. She's so cute. I think she lives in Vancouver or at least in Canada somewhere.
I think so.
And she's Chinese immigrant, I think, and it's really cute.
Mhm. Yeah,
Um,
she talks a lot about Chinese knitting patterns.
yeah, which is really
Yeah.
fun. Because
Mhm.
I feel like there's not a lot of English speaking YouTubers
Yeah.
or like
Yeah.
podcasters who talk about
Yeah.
Chinese patterns. So
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, so I was originally thinking the vine tea, but then I was like, honestly, a sport base with like a lot of merino in it. What if I made like a really airy summer sweater? Cute,
Cute,
right?
cute. Yeah, yeah. We love a
So
summer
something with
sweater.
like eyelets, like I know
Yeah.
Gregoria Fibers has like one of those eyelet sweaters.
Yeah.
Maybe like Ingrid summer sweater or something. I don't know if the gauge
Uh-huh.
matches or whatever. I could do like a Tolsta tee, make it long
Yeah.
sleeves, add
Make it
eyelets.
long
Like I
sleeve.
don't think that's really too difficult. I could do
Mhm.
the new Park Williams tea time
Yes.
sweater.
Tea time sweater.
I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Something like lacy, something cute, like Jessie
Yeah.
May and James and Watts also have lacy designs like that, or I don't know, lots of options. So I
Mhm.
decided to get
Mhm.
three so I could open the options, or I'll just actually make the teas. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I'm excited about this. It's this purple.
So pretty.
And then the other thing I went back for is the red stag fibers that I was talking about. I did get a sweater quantity of this, so I got 5 skeins, but I'm only gonna hold up 2 because 5 is hard to hold. So I ended up deciding on the purple, and it was kind of an easy decision because they didn't have enough skeins of the black. Well, also I had decided on the purple before I even got there, so it's all good. So this is called their Yorkshire DK base, 75% Polwarth, 25% Masham, 246 yards for 100 grams. And it's in the color Royal Mantle. And so yeah, just like a nice, like deep but
Yeah.
vibrant royal purple, which I was
Very
like,
nice.
this is very pretty because I feel like this will like really pop in like fall, winter, and also I think I would like wear it, and I don't know, it'll be nice.
Yeah.
And like the Polwarth, oh my god, the Polwarth matches feel
It's so
so nice.
soft.
Like
Yeah.
I think a lot of like the more like non like superwash merino blends like they feel so great in my hand, but they still kind of prickle my neck a little bit. But
Mhm.
this one still feels so nice. So I really like it, and it's really squishy, really bouncy, feels very light. Very excited. My plan is to make a stick season sweater by Rebecca Clove, which is
Ooh.
basically like a like textured pattern up here on the
Uh-huh.
yoke. And then stocking out everywhere else with some like shoulder details and stuff. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, cute.
Yay! And then one of the booths had a really awesome Ghost Whisperer sample. I want to say it was like Fiona K, but I don't
Okay.
remember, so I'm not positive. And so the Ghost Whisperer by Park Williams is a really cute pattern that I have made one time. in my first year of knitting, but it was a
Mhm.
gift, so for a friend.
Mhm. You made it for someone else.
And it's like single strand lace, very open gauge, so most
Yeah.
sizes I believe can knit um their size with just one skein of mohair, um which is pretty cool. So it's a one skein project
Mhm.
for most of the sizes I believe, at least definitely my size. um and I kind of like had it in the back of my mind, but I always kind of wanted to make like a linen one or like a silk one or some like non-fluff.
Mhm.
But I also kind of wanted to make it in a fluff for those like weird like summer scenarios where you're like, I'm gonna be outside, but I'm also gonna be inside somewhere where it's cold, and like maybe I don't
Yeah.
want to wear something that's like super like airy and whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
that sample that I saw, I was like, oh my god, maybe it is time for me to get something for this. And I was like looking around at like the places that did have like mohair Surrey or whatever.
Torny.
And hi Torny. And so I ended up, it's funny, I literally like went to dinner or like went to lunch between basically I like went to the Scranton Stitcher, which is a brand that I've purchased from before, and I've like walked in their booth like multiple times. And like they have this like neon purple, and it looked so good on mohair, and I was like, okay, is this the Ghost Whisperer that I want? I don't know, I'll decide. So after we had gone through all the booths and everything, we went to Dozone again, which is really funny because Svethy, Julia, and Sunny had already gone to Dozone, but me and Christina were not done shopping yet. So we were like, it's fine, we'll like figure it out. And then once we were done, like an hour and a half afterwards, we were like, okay, where should we go? And then we're like, Dozone's across the street, we're just gonna go there. So we like got to say hi and everything to them. We were sitting
Yeah.
like across from them, which is really funny. Hi, Con.
Hi,
Um,
Con.
and yeah, and then we ate. This time they had the pork shalimpa, but they didn't have Thai iced tea. I was like,
Oh,
so we just got
it's a
milk
bummer.
tea. Yeah, very sad, but it was very delicious, very yummy. Now I want soup dumpling. And then we went back to
Real.
the convention center. I think Julia and Sunny went home, and then oh my god, bed. Okay, I will get in bed very shortly. Pebbles, are you freshly
Fish
washed? I don't
Pebbles.
think she's gonna. I closed my door a little too tight.
No,
For
Pebbles.
me, for her to shove in.
We love you,
Anyway.
Pebbles.
She just got her post hike bath. Um
Oh.
yeah, and so me and Spethy and Christina went back to the convention center to go to the stairs. So basically something that they had advertised at Flock, which was a part of the convention center, were these like gorgeous stairs that were right by the glass floor to ceiling windows, that had like cushions and everything to sit on with a view of like downtown Seattle, and just like in the sun, which might be a pro or con, whatever, but it was gorgeous. And like a bunch of people would
Mhm.
just like sit and knit there and like take a break from the marketplace. So we sat there and like kind of took pictures of our hauls and also like talked about and did show and tell, and then also sat and knit. But also I was like, okay, I've decided I want to get the mohair. So I went back and to the Scranton Stitcher, and I got Groovy Kind of Love on the mohair base. I would say it looks more purple in person and less of this
Yeah,
pinky
it's
color.
looking very pink.
Yeah, but it is definitely a pinky purple. But it
Yeah, for
also
sure.
glows on mohair.
It does. It looks iridescent. Like like I saw it and like it's incredible. Like I don't know how they did that.
It's so
Like I
pretty.
feel like the strand, like the silk strand is pinker and then the like fuzz is definitely more purple.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I'm very excited. And yeah, it was funny because I was talking to the dyer. I think her name is Katie Sue, but don't quote me on that. And I was just kind of like, yeah, I have this color on your fingering base, but I need it on mohair. And also, they're not being held together. But they also had a Ghost Whisperer sample in a different color. I also
Oh,
have that colorway, but on a mini. It was like on the, I can't remember, but it's like a light green.
that's funny.
And they're like laughing because of, apparently that sample in particular caused a lot of people to want to make Ghost Whisperers. And I was like, yeah, I want to make a Ghost Whisperer, so that's
Yeah.
what this is for. So
Yeah,
my
it's gonna
day
be so
2
good.
vlog haul was literally all purple.
Yay. Love it.
And yeah, my whole vlog haul was very purple. So
Yeah. Mine was very green and neutral, but also with some dark blue and red.
that's true. A little
Yeah.
pop.
Oh, Torny, you're coming in like sort of at the end. We're like getting to the end of Sunday, but we could do a little whole haul hold up
Yeah,
if
I'll do one
if we
skein of each
can.
thing.
Yeah. Well, okay.
I
This is
don't think I'll
difficult
include
because
Ria's
I've
skein.
caked up things already.
Oh my god, wait, from our picture from last year, maybe I should try to get
Oh
more
my
of them
god.
in here. Because that was such a great picture.
It was. It was. Oh, uh-oh. That's neither of us.
Uh-oh.
I thought I had a tiled I don't have a tiled view anymore. It's fine. My headphones are stuck.
Okay. This is gonna be a lot harder when I don't have other fiber friends helping me hold stuff.
Mhm. I don't really know that you can. I only have one skein from every purchase, but you can see my little sheep friend
Oh my god, this is
that
gonna work. This is gonna work.
you can do it. I believe in you. Yeah, this is my armful of yarn. Yay! Clock 2024. Ugh. Um, yeah. Perhaps
Fabrics so
someday I'll make it
squishy.
to flop. I think it is mostly yarn. But they do have like really pretty I mean, like mostly notions to do with yarn, but there's also like beautiful pottery.
Mm-hmm.
There's jewelry, there's this is like the
Bags.
minority of booths, but yeah, bags. There were like handcrafted leather bags, like a whole
Mm-hmm.
booth of them.
There's a
They're wool
embroidery.
products. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, there was an embroidery and a cross stitch booth as
Mm,
well.
mhm.
Separate ones.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, definitely majority yarn. But also good vibes.
Yeah.
Also friends. Also like
Yeah.
panels about not generic, but like other knitting topics. Oh yeah.
Various. Yeah.
On Sunday there was a panel about neurodivergence in the crafting world.
Yeah. Oh my
And it was
gosh.
cute. I will say I didn't pay the most attention to it because I was replying to work messages during almost the entire thing.
That's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
oops. I had to work, I guess, on Teams. They were like, "Are you available?" And I was like, "I can answer questions, but I'm not at my computer right now." So that's what I
Oh
was doing.
no.
Um, but it was cool. Smethy was also there, and so one of the people had talked about like co-working. Um,
Mm, mhm.
and how they liked using like Twitch, like putting on a stream, specifically a co-working
Yeah.
stream,
Yeah.
to like get things done and whatever. And then Smethy was like, "Oh yeah, like actually Twitch is really cool. Like I'm here with a bunch of Twitch friends and like blah blah blah." And we were like, "Yeah, Twitch." But yeah, that
That's
was fun.
funny.
It was
Aw.
a cool talk. I think I didn't 100% understand the connection that they were trying to get with neurodivergence
For
in
sure, for sure.
crafting. I think it was more
Yeah.
just that crafting is something that can help a lot of people who are neurodivergent, and they talked a lot about their backgrounds, and they were all late
Mm.
diagnosed, by the way, like
Ugh,
diagnosed
my
like
goodness.
in their late 20s or 30s, I believe.
Wow, yeah,
Which I know you also were. So that was interesting.
it was.
And yeah, that's about all I got from that talk. Sorry.
No,
um,
that's fine. I mean, yeah, I'm sure it was like, you know, I'm sure it was a good panel time. I wonder if they're gonna be it would be cool if they posted the panels on YouTube because they were
mhm,
like sort of free with the price of your ticket, but I could see them not doing that as well. So, yeah, that was the one thing I was like, oh, it would be cool to be there for that, but
mhm,
it's maybe next year they'll do it again and it'll
mhm.
be bigger and better and. Um, but yeah. Yeah, that's fun.
Yay! Flock
That's Flock 2024.
2024. It was a good
Yeah,
time.
it was.
Oh, my
Yeah,
Animal
I
Crossing music
have
is playing. It's 11.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, 2 hours. GG.
Perfect. Wow, I guess I didn't notice when it played at 10.
Uh, yeah, I have plans for like everything except the Big Birdie
Hmm.
from the Lamb and Kid, and then that sock set from Plies and Hellhound.
Hmm.
Everything else, I'm like, I have a plan. I just have to like make it happen.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I think I'm set. I am not buying yarn for the rest of the year. I'm like, I've got plenty to work on, plenty to do.
I can't make the same promise, but I definitely don't want to buy a lot of
I mean,
yarn.
that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's just
Like,
me,
the goal is that I
I
don't.
support your yarn buying if you
And
want to.
I do think, like, I was doing some comparisons to what I bought last year at Flock because I bought so much last year.
Mhm.
First Fiber Festival, and I also
Yeah,
like going into the like I don't. I
we
think there
didn't
were a
have
couple extra
plans really.
things. I did have plans. That's the thing is like going.
Oh.
That's why I wasn't that mad about it because like most of the things I bought were things that I like had plans and wanted
Oh,
to
yeah, yeah,
get.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
then this year, I like really wanted to like reduce things, and I really wanted to like think everything through more. Not that I
Yeah.
regret purchases from last year, but
Mhm.
more just because I know what I already have. I like.
Yeah.
I think I was telling this like I was like, there's so much yarn in my stash. Like I don't want to buy any yarn that I've not worked with yet, but
Mhm.
I haven't
Like
stashed. Yeah.
composition-wise, like
Yeah.
bases. Yeah.
So like 100%. Well, I've worked with 100% superwash merino, but like one of them I specifically called out. I have 50% merino, 50% silk blends in my stash, and I've never worked with it. And I was like, I cannot buy more of this if I still haven't
Yeah.
used what I have. And then I
Yeah.
specifically wanted to get like new blends to me, which I did do.
Uh-huh.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
I did great. I stuck to my goals, and I definitely
Yeah.
was very decisive about not decisive. I thought through all of the purchases that I made. So
Yeah.
I feel happy
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah. I feel like last year I also like I would say like I didn't buy as much. Like I think last year I bought like 2 or 3 sock yarns and then 2 like 2 skeins of mohair that was
Mm.
pretty that
Oh
I
yeah,
liked.
yeah, I remember that.
I think and like stickers and other
Yeah.
I bought a project bag like but like yeah, I like I mean at that time like that was probably more yarn that I had like stashed. Um And I've definitely, like, knitted through a lot of it, but I haven't used either of the mohairs yet. So that is, like, one goal I have for, like, before the end of the year, I'd like to do, like, a full mohair project
Hmm.
'cause I have, like, I wanna use them, like, for, like, a mohair garment, like a 100% mohair garment, not, like, held with anything else. So, um, I'm hoping to do that, and then but I with even like with all of the yarn that I bought was planned for except the 2 sock sets.
Hmm.
And the big birdie, I guess. So everything else like I was like this is I had it like written down like the quantity I needed like but I pretty much doubled my stash with like what I bought at Flock. So I went from like having 2 sweater quantities in stash to like 4 and so I'm like okay. Like we gotta work through some of this, this winter. So I'm very excited to like get I mean, I've already, been starting projects, so I'm like excited to keep working on stuff and I think the thing now is I'm like realizing about the scrap problem that I'm
Mm.
creating for myself. Like as I like, am like using my yarn and everything, I'm like, oh, like I always have like 40 grams of sock yarn left over, like
Hmm.
after a pair of socks. So then I can't like completely, you know, get that off the list. So I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm like thinking 'Cause so the project I was working on at Flock was the ripple bralette.
Mhm.
So I finished it actually, my second
Oh,
one. Yeah, it's in the other room, but,
cute.
this one I did a smaller size than last
Mhm.
time, and I only used, like, 45
Oh, wow,
grams?
okay.
Yeah, 47, something like that. Yeah, I have 52 grams left of the my Zauber ball, which is, like that's pretty significant, like, I
Mhm.
could maybe make some shorty socks out of
Mhm.
that. But so I was like, maybe if I like, especially if I do like okay, talking a lot about the ripple bralette, but like the sample in the photo for the ripple bralette, it has like the fade. So like the bottom is like turquoise and then it like fades up into a pink. So
Mhm.
I think like especially if I did like a fade like that with the mini skein that I have, I could probably like squeeze some more ripple bralettes out of, like,
That would be
some of
cute.
the leftovers that I
Mhm.
have, yeah. So, I'm thinking about
It's
that.
also
So
figuring
yeah.
tail double, right?
No, it's just single.
Oh, it's single, okay.
Yeah,
Never mind.
yeah. But yeah, but I'm, like, kind of, like, starting to think about, like, scrappy projects, but I feel like that's sort of for, like, after like, I have enough to, like, do to work through all of
Mhm.
this yarn, and then I can think about scrappy and things like
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
but
definitely very happy with what I bought, and
yeah.
also I personally don't think we should shame people for how much they have in stash if they are
True, true.
like capable of purchasing them. Um but also I feel like it's something that we should be mindful of, like not just over
Yeah.
consuming for the point of over consuming.
Totally, totally.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm happy. I'm excited to work with my yarn,
Yeah.
and I don't know what to cast on next, but I'm trying to finish my stripy turtle tank, which not stripy turtle tank,
Yeah.
slanty
Oh,
slinty stripes.
yeah.
Oh my god, I'm on on the front panel finally. I've done one stripe.
Yeah.
um, and then after that, I think I'm gonna do a mini mock neck, and then after
Cute.
that, I might do the ghost whisper or
Yeah.
start a sweater, maybe. Not sure.
Yeah.
Not sure. We'll see.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Stick
we
around.
could do a Ghost Whisper knit along if you want to,
Yeah,
or like
ghost whispers. Anybody?
buddy knit or
You want to
whatever.
make a ghost whisper?
Because that is one of the plans I have for my mohair from last year.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I would like to do that. Although I feel like like last year, maybe I just didn't know how to use Ravelry, but like I was like scouring Ravelry for like mohair garments and I was like there's like nothing. Which it could be like the quantity that I have because I have like two skeins, so I have like what 870 yards
Mm-hmm.
maybe. Kind of an odd quantity. And but then I feel like this year so many pretty mohair garments have come out. Like yeah, I so now my list is longer and I'm like, "What do I make? I thought I had plans, but now I don't know," you know? Um, yeah, granny squares could be a good idea. I
Mm-hmm.
do that's one thing I really wanna make that I, like, haven't I have no plans for, I have no yarn for. I really wanna make some, like, cute little bags. And, like, I wanna make, like, a granny square bag, like, where you put the granny square, like, diagonal,
Oh yeah, those are
and
cute.
you have, like, a little, like, tote bag like
Yeah.
that. And then I would love to make like a crochet like raffia bag or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like Cezanne has some and I'm like, I love them, but I'm like, I could make this. Like save myself some money. I don't know. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Um
I'm so excited. It'll be great. I'm like
yeah.
literally
So
such as
many
people I like
possibilities.
went hiking with today. They're like, "Oh, do you do snow sports?" And I was like, "No." And they're like, "What do you do in the winter?" And I was like, "I hibernate and I knit." So like I'm very excited for
Uh,
hibernation season where I can just knit all
yeah.
these sweaters that I want to make and it'll be great.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. I was just checking who's live.
Oh
Colette's
yeah.
playing Bo, which is
Oh
so
my gosh,
exciting.
true.
I have really been wanting to watch Bo, and I think I've only watched like half of Thief's first stream.
Oh no.
And then now Thief is done with the game. So and then Bjorto's playing Minesweeper.
Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
So we go
Yeah.
to one of those locations. whichever
Down
one.
for either. Wait, you're watching Bo or you're not watching Bo?
I'm gonna go to sleep. So
That's fair. You had a long day. Yeah, I mean, I'm down for whichever. We could raid Bjorto. I think I raided Colette recently.
okay, perfect.
Yeah. Bjorto definitely not in chat right now. Also, Seattle friend.
Also, Seattle friend. Yeah, we'll wish him luck with Minesweeper. I just started my raid. I see that you have.
I just started my
Okay,
raid.
perfect.
Um, yeah, we do our like yarn knitting podcast on a quarterly basis. So this was our special like flock edition because that just happened last week. But so our next like knitting podcast will be Q3.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe
October?
like late
Oh, September.
September. Yeah. Yeah, probably like September. But we do both stream other things and games, so we have
I
Discords,
attempt.
you know. You did Nine Souls. I mean, that was pretty
I'm
recent,
not
right?
done. I'm gonna continue that.
Oh no.
I'm like halfway
Follow
through.
Chris for more Nine Souls streams. You'll get there.
Yeah.
You'll find time to play Nine Souls. But yeah, thanks for hanging out.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
The
Raid
raid now.
now.
Yeah.
Yay.